Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about managing personal finance. Now first of all, in order for us to start the lesson, we must first know what is money management. Money management refers to the process of tracking and planning an individual or group's use of capital. In personal and corporate finance, money management usually includes budgeting, spending, saving, and investing. Now that we know what is money management, let us move on to the philosophies in money management. Now, the first philosophy is to take the long-term approach. Money and its management are as much a part of life as any other important everyday life talent. It's not as easy as breathing or feeding, but it's one of the basic things that once mastered make life a lot simpler. Cleaning the building, living healthy, getting a driver's license, or working hard at anything you do are all an example. Now, the second philosophy in money management is living frugally isn't a punishment. All should live on a shoestring budget, with luxuries reserved for special occasions. Of course, as your cash flow and financial management increase, your concepts of inexpensive and treat change, but not out of proportion to your ability to pay for them. The next philosophy is live below your income level. This is completely necessary and provides you with both independence and prosperity. If any facets of your lifestyle cause your expenditures to exceed your revenue, you should challenge certain assumptions. If your mortgage is to blame, you would have listened when someone told you that you needed that much accommodation or in that particular place. The last philosophy that we're going to talk about is your income level has a role to play in saving. Those who make more money get more money to spare. Maximize their revenue flow in the same manner as any company does. Know your emotional and time boundaries, as well as what is right for you and your family. Now that we're done with the philosophies in money management, now let us move on to the steps in developing good spending and saving habits. Now the first step is to know your expenses. To calculate your annual cost, you don't need an MBA or a CPA. Add up all of the big costs over the course of the year. Quicken, for example, will assist you with measuring your expenses. There are free financial web pages for the thrifty, such as Finance Yahoo and MSN Money. Now, the second step is to save until it's safe to summit. Most recessions in the United States last less than a year. Saving a year's worth of cost would have enough cushion to survive almost every slowdown. Many that consistently challenge the boundaries of technology and survive on credit will be forced to cut back. The next step is step 3, resisting upgrades. Do not compare yourself with your peers if they are affluent and or keep up with the Joneses types. These people tend to upgrade before the majority of the population and before it's really necessary. Now, the last step in the steps to develop good spending habits is always calculate nominal cost. Make a practice of estimating the nominal cost of recurring bills before subscribing to them. Determine how much the subscription would cost you over the course of a year, or perhaps 5 to 20 years. Remind yourself that it's just $365 a year and consider whether the extra $365 is worthwhile. Now that we're done with the steps to developing good spending and saving habits, now let us move on to the tips and tools for spending and savings. Now the first tips and tools is discounted entertainment for families. Get ideas for discounted, low cost, and free entertainment options to get your family out and about in your community. Now the next tip is plan to save. It's paying yourself first. Saving money is paying yourself first. The next is all about price-linked savings accounts. Price-linked saving accounts are now available through participating credit unions. These accounts encourage saving by giving customers a chance to win cash prizes. The next is holiday spending. Develop a game plan ahead of time to avoid holiday debt. Next is planning for non-monthly expenses. Learn to set spending target goals and determine what to put aside for unplanned expenses. Next is wants versus needs. Before you go to the mall or a favorite online store, understand the difference between wants and needs. Now the last is, are you the owner of the unclaimed property? Right now, the country is holding millions of pesos in unclaimed property, or more precisely, unclaimed funds. Find out whether some of that money may belong to you. Now that we're done with the tips and tools for spendings and savings, let us move on to the last topic today, which is personal finances best practices. The first practice is to bless your bills, love your responsibilities. Your mortgage, your car payment, your kids' school tuition, all the things you have to pay for are also evidence for your level of participation in the world, the byproducts of past success and your present future ability to provide for yourself and those who you love. The next practice is stop blaming materialism for soullessness. If your things don't have meaning, it may be your own lack of imagination. Next is be conscious about your finances. Even if the truth is ugly and it's absolutely painful, know your bank account balances. Know where, when, how, and why you spend money. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge. The next is upgrade your income without upgrading your lifestyle. Perhaps the wisest practice of all. Create more wealth than you need to. Spend less than you want to. The last practice is to pick a pretend zero. What do you need to feel financially safe enough to at least breathe without hyperventilating? Is it 3 months worth of living expenses in a savings account? Is it 6 months worth of salary? Is it a goal number in your 401,000? Is it always you have 2,000 in your checking account? Behave as if that number is rock bottom. Since that was the last lesson for the day, I guess we're done with the lessons. I hope that all of you understood what I just said, and thanks for tuning in. See ya.